Do we need bees, and why? That's an easy question. Yes, we do. Put simply, bees pollinate plants, which means that they carry pollen between plants of different sexes to help them reproduce. They also can carry pollen from one part of the plant to other one to fertilize itself. Also, they are essential for the survival of these species because they avoid inbreeding, which would be really bad for any kind of plant species. Of the thousands of these species that we have in the world, most of them, they have like some flight patterns and floral preferences, like they are different from each other. And most of them, they have co-evolved with the plants in such a way that the size of those bees and their behaviors almost perfectly suit the plants they pollinate. So what would happen if all the bees in the world died off suddenly? That will cause major rippling effects throughout the ecosystem. For example, most plants, some of them like the bee orchids, those plants, they need special pollination. So only a kind of bees can pollinate those plants, and they would most likely die without human intervention. So, for example, imagine because of the bees, some of those plants go extinct. That would affect the ecosystem they are part of, the food chains they are part of, and they would most likely cause the extinction or the decline of some dependent organisms. Let's talk about what will happen to the animal kingdom. For example, the bee-eater birds are a kind of bird that consume those bees. So in the case of, in this scenario where all the bees die off, these birds will have no food. So the extinction of bees would cause the extinction of these birds, which would also cause the extinction of the animals who eat those birds. So it would be like a chain reaction of the extinction of several species. Now let's talk about the agricultural world. What will happen in the agricultural industry? The extinction of those bees would be like a radical, like a big change it would suppose a big change in human nutrition, but it will most likely not cause famine. That will happen because the human calorie intake is mostly composed of cereals, which are air pollinated. That means that they don't need bees to be pollinated. So, although some species of fruits and vegetables will be affected by those bees, cereals, which are the most important ones for all diets, would not suffer. So, if someone ever tells you that the extinction of bees would cause famine all around the world, they are wrong. It will not happen. Although human pollination is a possibility, in case of all bees dying, human pollination is also a possibility, but it's so expensive and so unproductive that it will not happen. For example, if that was the case, the flowers of the plants that need pollination would most likely to be grown by people who, they want to keep those species because they would be essential for nutrition. Those are some of the reasons why these bees are so important. They fertilize these plants, and if they die off, that will be like a chain reaction of the extinction of several species. Although it will not affect human nutrition, bees are really important for the economy and for the health of the ecosystem.